Good morning from Denver, Colorado. I think we're in what's the name of the town? Oh, Westminster, Colorado. Just north of Denver proper, and we're heading out from our hotel, the Courtyard by Marriott, and we're headed to Costco first. I need to get gas in my car just so we have enough to get all the way to Custer. Then we're going to REI and Starbucks because we need coffee, and because Kaylee has some returns of some of the stuff that she got last night that doesn't fit or just changed her mind on. So we're going to take care of that. Then we're going to head pretty much straight north to Custer. We do have to make a stop in Cheyenne, even though we don't need to charge there, but we're going to charge there instead of charging in, I think, Wheatland. So we'll just charge in Cheyenne and then go straight to Lusk because we need to pick up some Amazon packages in Cheyenne at one of the Amazon hubs. So
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's get this show on the road. Kaylee's car is charged to 99%, and it's only like 103 miles to Cheyenne, so even with our errands, it should be no problem at all. Kaylee's at Starbucks getting our Starbucks. I just got gas at Costco, 24 miles per gallon. And now I'm going to meet Kaylee over at Starbucks, and I think we're going to head to REI before we then head north. We got all of our errands taken care of here in Fort Collins, and now we're headed up to the Cheyenne, Wyoming supercharger. Looks like it should be about a little less than an hour, and Kaylee's leading the way.
It's freezing in your car.
No, it's not. It's 68.
It's freezing. Oh, that's not the right one.
We made it to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Kaylee is still drinking her coffee. I finished mine an hour ago.
I am a slow enjoyer. You are a chugger.
Sure, I enjoy it still. And now we're headed to Cheyenne Pack and Ship to pick up our Amazon packages that have been awaiting our arrival for a while.
Well, they only hold them for 3 days, so it couldn't have been
No,
that
they
long.
hold them for a week there.
Oh, mine have only been there since Tuesday.
Oh, okay. It's not too
It's
bad.
Thursday, for reference.
But Kaylee's car's charging. What'd you roll in with? Do you know?
No clue.
What are you at now?
No idea. Last screen says 33%.
But that was last night.
Oh. Can't help you.
Okay, I think she rolled in at like 50 something, and depending on how much we charge just in like our being here in Cheyenne, we might go to Wheatland, we might just continue all the way to Lusk.
Well, if we don't go get the stuff anytime soon, we'll be fine.
Okay, let's go. I found a friend, another 986 Boxster parked next to us. We got our Amazon packages. I got new front and rear struts for the front trunk and the rear trunk. I got some tools. I got convertible top gears for the convertible top. And just some other random stuff to fix up the car and just life, because it's tricky to coordinate shipping things when you live on the road. We're setting off from Cheyenne, Wyoming. We're charged up to 97% on Kaylee's car. My car is over there. And here's the route we're going. We're going kind of the rural route up to Lusk, Wyoming.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stillin' at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still trying to flip it out the stove. Rockin' fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause the good die young. Yeah, the Die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone.
Well, we're finishing up here in Lusk, Wyoming. Kalie's cars charge up to like 75%. I think we rolled in with like 30. Now we're headed to Custer, South Dakota for the Sound of Silence rally. Sounds like the Minnesota group will be rolling in around 8:30. We'll get there like probably 7:20-ish. And then we're going to get some dinner with them. But it's like 90 miles to go. We got some snacks at the gas station. I didn't get gas because I didn't need to. And I like keeping my Costco gas. What are you doing? What are you doing?
The way I have my arm shut has created a crease edge, so I'm playing with the crease.
You're strange. But anyway, we're just finishing up in Lusk and about to take off. We made it to our Airbnb here in Custer, South Dakota. Much nicer than I expected. It's actually called the Little Wicked Inn, and it's above the Wicked Espresso shop. I think we're the first ones actually to stay here, so let me show you guys. So you kind of walk in from down there, there's stairs. You come in, here's some of the other rooms. Here's our room, we're in number 1. Got a nice little seating area, queen size bed, pretty large TV, some space for suitcases and stuff. Pretty nice bathroom. And here we have it. So we're just gonna bring our stuff in and get settled in. Now that we're settled in a little bit in the Airbnb, we've made it to Custer Supercharger. As you can kind of see in the background there, we're charging up kind of before the Minnesota crew storms the supercharger, essentially. We rolled in with, I think, 22%. We're just going to hang out here. We're kind of figuring out some stuff to do while we're here this weekend, like in between some of the Tesla stuff. Any stuff you want to do, Kalie?
I'll probably go into Rapid City, but you can or cannot come if you want.
Yeah, the joy of having 2 cars. Yeah, we might go to Wind Cave National Park and Badlands National Park, and we'll probably go to Mount Rushmore. Those aren't really things we would come specifically here for, but since we're here, there's no reason not to, so may as well. And also try and figure out what we're doing after South Dakota, because we currently have no plan.
Have you been to Mount Rushmore?
No.
Interesting. I was just curious. I felt like you had it.
Why, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I lived in Minnesota, but never went.
That's kind of weird.
Well,
Especially since you were so close.
Well, it's the opposite end of South Dakota from Minnesota. So,
But like, I still feel like it's like a big thing for people to go see as children. And if you're that close, like, I'm kind of shocked that...
I don't know. We usually just went to California or like the Southwest for family trips. Anyway, maybe we'll see some Minnesota people soon. Decided to get some food before everything closes. It's 8:15 and we're going to Mount Rushmore Brewing to the Founding Fathers restaurant thing upstairs because it looks like they have some sort of veggie burger pizza or something. So today we woke up, we went to the Needles Highway. It was very foggy, kind of sketch driving. What'd you think, Kaylee? Because you were in your Model S and I was in the Boxster leading.
It was, wait, my hood.
It'll be okay. Tell us what you thought.
It was fun. It would have been a lot prettier if it wasn't so foggy.
And you could actually see the views instead of just fog.
Yeah.
Then we went to lunch with some of the Minnesota crew at Buns and Burgers or something like that. It was quite good. I had delicious cheese curds. Kaylee had some fried pickles, and then we split I think it's like a Terrible Hunter or like something. Lousy Hunter burger. It was a black bean patty. It was pretty good. A little spicy though. Then we just relaxed for a bit. We headed to the Airbnb.
We crashed.
Okay. Then we went to the social at the Chamber of Commerce, kind of car show-ish thing. Car show in air quotes. It was raining and none of the cars were pretty and we were mostly just socializing. And now we're headed to the social mixer at Mount Rushmore Brewing Event Center with all the other Tesla drivers. And we're walking because it was only 1 block from our Airbnb and we figured parking would probably not be the easiest. And that way, in case we have too many beers, we can just walk back.
We're babbling.
But it's nice to see everyone here, great turnout. I think everyone's like all the rest of us, we're glad to be able to get out and do something and see people, and we're glad you're in Custer, we love it.
So I'm a jokester. Hello everybody, I'm Dave. I'm a jokester, and this is April 1st, all right? And it's pouring rain, 10 o'clock at night, I get a phone call from my brother-in-law who knows I'm a jokester. And he says, hey Dave, you're gonna be getting a call from a Tesla representative to help Elon Musk charge his cars because he's stranded in Custer. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going along with this guy. Oh yeah, okay, 10 o'clock at night, pouring rain, April 1st. Okay, we're gonna do this. So he said, no, you're gonna be getting a call. I said, right. And I went and sat down, and I'm watching 60 Minutes on TV. Elon Musk and his wife at that time and all those boys were on TV, and I'm watching this, I'm like, wow, this is really cool, this is awesome. All of a sudden the phone rings again. Mr. Wrestler, this is a representative of Tesla, and I'm calling to see if you can help us with a situation that has arrived with Mr. Musk. I said, Mr. Musk? Well, Mr. Musk, I said, you talking about Elon? Yeah, Elon Musk has a situation that he needs to get some electricity put in one of his cars, if you could please. And at this time, guys, I'm the jokester of all time. Everybody that knows me knows that, and I'm sitting here laughing, I'm thinking, okay, if this is so bad, my brother-in-law's going to big trouble to get me on this one. So I said, okay, sure, where are you? They said, well, we are at right across the street, guys, Rocket Motel. And it's the only place open April 1st, other than Super 8 is open as well. So I'm like, okay, they're at the Rocket. Well, Rod has done his studies and knows that the Rocket Motel is open April 1st. Still a joke on my part. So he said, I'm serious, Mr. Wrestler, if you could help us, we just need to have you go to the Rocket Motel, pick up a couple of cars, and find a charging place for them. Okay, I'll do that. So the whole time I'm just sitting there thinking, this is the biggest joke ever. It's pouring rain, it's 10 o'clock at night, so I drove down there in the Chamber of Commerce mobile that was wrapped with Custer State Park and Mount Rushmore, and I pull into the Rocket Motel, and there's 2 guys standing outside the door with winter caps on, long black jackets. And this one guy goes, this must be him. It looks like a Chamber of Commerce car today. Now I'm thinking, Rod has really gone overboard. Man, how much much money is he paying for this? This is hilarious. I'm still looking over my shoulder, so I get out of the car and I walk up and I said, so, you're looking for somebody to help charge your cars. I'm being the Weisenheimer that I am. And they said, are you Dave Ressler? I said, yep. And they go, yes, it's Dave Ressler. I'm like, oh. So I'm still looking over my shoulder, and all of a sudden these guys go, we need your help finding a place to charge these cars. Oh, this is for real? What? This is real. So I got on the horn and I called a gentleman that the name all you people from Custer know, a guy by the name of Rock. Rock owned a campground right over here. He's a big-hearted guy. Looks like he's going to kill you, but he's a big heart. And it was 10 o'clock, about this time it was 10:20. He said, Rock, I got a situation here. And I'm still thinking it's a joke, guys, by the way. But I got a situation. Here's what. He said, I need to get 2 Teslas to your campground to plug them in, because we had no Tesla chargers at this. In fact, Tesla wasn't even a known name here at all. A lot of people called it Tersla, Diesel. Nobody knew, because it's brand new. So, and Rock knows I'm a jokester. I'm looking around the room. Plug your ears if you want to hear the real story, hear what he said. He goes, what the fuck are you talking about? And I said, hey, Rock, this is for real, man. This has to happen. I got the guys standing right here. They're going to follow me there. And he goes, okay, I'm in bed. I'll meet you in about 15 minutes. I said, perfect. I'll be there. So while I'm talking to Rock on the phone, all of a sudden I look over my shoulder, and here comes, I was watching 60 Minutes, remember? Here comes his wife at that time, out in the exact same blue blouse that she had on in 60 Minutes, and these 4 boys running all over the parking lot. I'm like, 5 boys. And I said, this must be real. My God, this is for real. I can't believe this is going for real. So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I'm getting really nervous. And so these 2 security guys came out with the hats and the long jackets, and they're talking to their wrist all the time. And I said, okay, yep, follow me to French Creek RV, and we will go ahead and get you plugged into one of his chargers. It had been raining for like a day, so the water at French Creek RV was like 3 inches deep. And Rock and I, so here comes Rock. For those of you who know Rock, you're going to love this. Diane, his wife, will say that this didn't happen, but I was standing there. And here comes Rock out of his office, and I woke him up. He's got on his black cowboy hat, right? Rock always wears black cowboy hat. He's got on a great cowboy shirt. He's got on some beautiful cowboy boots, and he's got on his long underwear. I don't mean long, I mean boxers. He's got on his boxers and his white legs. Thank God, because we couldn't see anything anyway. It was pouring rain. So we moved these picnic tables, and he goes, this better be for real. And I said, this is for real. So we put the Teslas in the slots. Those guys plugged them in, security guys plugged them in. And the 2 security guys looked at Rock and they said, are these going to be safe here? And Rock reaches in his boot. Remember, Rock was probably, I don't know, what, 75 at that time, roughly? Skinny little white legs, ugliest thing you've ever seen. And he reaches in his boot and he pulls out this little pistol and he goes, I'm always packing, don't worry about it. These 2 guys have Uzis, probably, right? And they're talking to their wrist. I'm like, so Rock went back into the office, and these 2 guys jumped in the car, and I brought it back to the Rocket. And I said, okay, guys, honestly, why security? I mean, I'm a believer now, so why security? He goes, well, think about it. Remember, what year was this? This was 2014. So everything was kind of new at this time. And he said, well, think about it, Mr. Ressler. He's going to kill the oil industry here. He's got spaceships going to go up and compete against nations, and he wants to protect his family. I said, oh, and I said, is he here? He said, no, he's not here, but his wife and kids are here. And I want to tell you right now, I know that he wasn't there, but he is here. Oh, there's Elon right there. There's Elon. He can greet everybody on your way out the door tonight. He doesn't have a whole lot of words to say to anybody tonight, but Elon is in the house. So, with that being said, I dropped him off at the Rocket, and I said, man, thank you for letting us help. And I said, can you tell Elon I said hi? And he said, don't you worry about it, we'll make sure that happens. And I didn't know anything about it until I talked to Rod the next morning.
So I get a call the next morning from the service manager in Denver, and he said, man, thank Dave so much. He's on his way. They got enough charge to get to the Rapid City superchargers. They made it all the way to New York, and everything is cool. And by the way, no media, nobody has ever heard this story except unless you came to this rally. So then it was kind of interesting. About 3 months later, so this would have been May, June timeframe, I was in Bellevue, Washington. Now, any of you who've been Bellevue, Washington, it's nothing to see a Lamborghini, Maserati in that area. There's a lot of really exotic cars in that area. I was at a conference at the conference center. I walked in with this jacket, and I walked up to the registration desk, and the guy goes, "Oh, are you here with Elon?" I'm thinking, right. I said, no, actually, I'm just an owner. And he goes, well, they're here talking with a airplane manufacturer about a corporate ownership program. And I think they just finished. Do you want to meet him? And I go, yeah, man, I want to meet him. So I walk in. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but my wife had bought me this jacket down in Arizona, and it's a corporate jacket. They didn't actually sell them to the public, or weren't supposed to. So I walk into the room, and Elon Musk looks up and he goes, nice jacket. I'm thinking, oh man, I'm in trouble.
No, he walks up and goes, nice jacket.
And he's a really understated guy. So I walked up and he shook my hand, and I said, well, actually, you may know of us because we helped you with charging up out of Custer, South Dakota. We helped, and we now have one of the first rallies at all in Custer, South Dakota. And he goes, really? He goes, do you know Dave Wrestler?
I deleted all the pictures of you I had on my Instagram. You can't see it in my dreams, I hold you close just like I wish I can. It's late.
So, it's third day in Custer, or I guess second full day in Custer. It's Saturday. It's still kind of chilly out. It's like 50 degrees, kind of overcast. Kaylee's wearing like 4 layers. We're kind of running out of things to do in this town at this point. We got some coffee, I got a salad, got a cinnamon roll. Now we're just trying to figure out something to do to stay warm. So we're headed to Wind Cave National Park. It's about 24 minutes away. We're not sure if we're gonna actually like do the full experience or just like go there. Also, there's a girl wearing a dress without a jacket or anything, and I don't know how she's not freezing.
I guess if you're used to the cold.
I guess.
Well.
But anyway, Wind Cave National Park is 24 minutes away, and with the National Park Pass, we figured, why not? And at least it's warm in the car, so
Yeah.
it'll at least be a pretty drive, if nothing else.
I know you're gone and I can't sleep 'cause you moved on. I wish I tried, but you're with someone else tonight. Oh, why do we end up broken hearted? Oh, running right back to where we started. Tried to make it all okay, but the end is still the same. Oh,
So Kaylee, what are you thinking we're gonna do?
I don't know.
Do you like your newspaper there?
Totally. Fairgrounds tour route.
So we went into the visitor center, got a pin as we always do. Now we're looking at the visitor guide to figure out what we're doing. I'm thinking we're probably just gonna go north on 87 and then head west back to Custer because we don't want to spend a ton of time here. I want to work in my convertible top. And we can always come back.
I think we're just gonna look for the nature, is what it looks like. Looks like that's the most interesting thing here. I mean,
Other than,
aside from
like,
going into the cave, but
That seems like a time commitment that we
that's-
don't want to make today.
yeah. Yeah. And the bat thing.
And we're not really dressed for it.
Well, and it sounds like the caves have bats that have some sort of disease that they tell you to immediately change out of your clothes. So I'm gonna need to be a little bit more mentally prepared to go do that.
What's that show we watched together? I can just remember you and me. Flipping channels, but my mind is watching slideshows of our memories. It's late at night, I know you're gone.
Kaylee, how do you use a camera? Why do you have to cover your eye?
I can't blink or wink or whatever.
Why do we end up broken hearted? Running right back to where we started. Trying to make it all okay, but the end is still the same. Why do we end up broken hearted? Why do we end up broken hearted? Whoa, running right back to where we started. Trying to make it all okay, but the end is still the same. Whoa.
We came up to the observation deck here and the view is just spectacular. There's nothing but fog. Good morning from Custer, South Dakota. What are you doing?
Got a bump on my lip.
Oh. Should we restart or do you want to keep that in?
That's fine. I don't care.
We just packed up the Airbnb. We dropped Kaylee's car off at the Visitor Center Chamber of Commerce to charge up a little bit, so we're in the Porsche. And now we're at Feel Good Cafe for a little bit of a departing breakfast coffee thing. Looks like there's a fair amount of people here, but we figure we may as well let Kaylee's car charge up a bit and enjoy our coffee that we're gonna get anyway, so why not? So we're probably not gonna head too far today unless we suddenly change our mind, but the weather and visibility is just terrible. So we're probably just gonna head to like Rapid City or Spearfish, which are like 70 and 90 miles-ish, so not too far at all. And then figure out our life. We have nothing booked, and we have about 28 travel days left before we settle down in North Carolina. So we're on the road from Custer, South Dakota. We're headed to Rapid City. Both Kalie and I got car washes in the goodie bag for the Sound of Silence. They gave us a code for a free premium wash. So even if it's raining and gross out, can't say no to a free car wash. It's still better to be rained on with a clean car than it is to be with a dirty car. And one of our friends just got paint protection film on his Model 3, so he couldn't use it. So he gave us his code. So we both ended up with free premium car washes. And they're both subsequently being ruined immediately, but still clean for the moment. And now we're headed north to Rapid City. We made it to Rapid City. We're going to Shields and figuring out whether we were going to stay here or go somewhere else for the night. So we kind of figured out a semi-plan-ish.
No.
Not a plan, but we're at least making a move. We're heading west from Rapid City. We're heading to the Spearfish Supercharger. Said she'll arrive with 48%. We got some coffee at Shields, and we're figuring out where we even want to go next, like overall direction, but we know we need to head west, so that's what we're doing. Any words, Kalie? Are you overwhelmed?
Yeah.
By what?
Life. I'm just tired. You haven't let me sleep the last couple nights either.
Yeah, we went out every night here in Custer.
Yeah. We don't go out often. We're not night people. Well, at least I'm not.
I'm a night person, but not generally to like go out.
Like, go to bars and like hang out with people most of the time.
And we've been out till at least midnight every night the past 3 nights.
Yeah, I think we tried to go to bed early last night, and then we tried to head out, and everyone just wanted to have like
the Minnesota goodbye was real.
Yeah, everyone wanted to have a conversation. It was like was fine, but it was just like I was hoping I could get to bed early so we could like drive.
Yeah,
more
I
today,
started my goodbyes early,
but they didn't end early.
No. And of course I won't see a lot of the people for a while again, so like I needed to embrace the goodbyes, which was fine. I was just like, so much for getting out of there early.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's head to Spearfish.
You want to tell them what you did?
Why not you?
No, I want to hear you say it.
I didn't do anything. I think the weather's great for driving. I don't mind the rain at all.
I asked him when we were in Rapid City, I said, what's the weather looking like? Because, like, it's been pretty crappy, and if it's not going to get better, I don't really want to continue driving. And mind you, it was not raining in Rapid. It was just kind of foggy and just gloomy looking overall. And I was like, well, like, I'll keep going if, like, if the weather's going to get better. And Brandon's like, yeah, it's going to, look at it, like, it's going to get better. And, it is raining. And foggy still, and gloomy, and
perfect travel day.
Not when you can't see the lines. My car couldn't see the lines. I couldn't see the lines. I'm just like, we're driving. I don't know if I'm in a lane. I don't know if I'm not. It's fine.
I didn't even have my wipers on because Porsches are designed for rain.
Well, my car is not. I'm so not sorry.
So we're trying to figure out what to do. Her car's at 92% at this point.
Yeah.
We ran into my former coworker, Aiden from Tesla. in Spearfish, South Dakota of all places. And we're deciding if we want to head west or east.
I want food.
So we came to the Qdoba here in Spearfish, and Kaylee found some roasty toasties. So we finally decided kind of what we're doing. We're headed to Gillette, Wyoming. Kaylee is really not looking forward to driving in the rain, but it'll be okay. We're going to stay at the Country Inn & Suites. They have an indoor water park. Hopefully it's open. And then that's kind of our turnoff point for whether we head north or we head south, kind of around Teton and Yellowstone, and figure out what we're doing for the rest of the 28 days-ish, or I guess 27 now, that we have before we move into our apartment. So here's what I mean by break-off point. So there's Gillette, where we're going, and if we're heading north towards Montana, we go that way, and if we're heading south to Salt Lake or Nevada or anything, then we would go this way. So we just need to figure that out tonight, but we're gonna go there. They don't have charging, but we'll just charge at the supercharger about 2 miles away. Stop it.
6, 7, 8.
Turn the music off.
I do what I want.
We made it to the hotel, Country Inn & Suites here in Gillette, Wyoming. What are you doing?
I have that thing on my leg.
Okay.
It hurts.
And we're gonna get settled in, and then we'll bring Kaylee's car over to the supercharger about 2 miles away. You look ridiculous.
That's not nice.
Well, it's not a bad thing, it's just a fact. You're just reinforcing it now.
I have a rough day. Leave me alone. What?
We made it to the hotel. What do you think? Are you happy?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's not like a 5-star hotel, but it's pretty good. I'm tired.
We're gonna go charge your car at some point, and we'll get some food at that point, but we're still pretty full from Qdoba. Okay, so we just tried to hop in the Porsche and Kaylee's Tesla, and the Porsche decided it doesn't want to start. So that's fun. We ended up having to push it to a parking spot because I just parked in like the check-in, like under awning area at the hotel. And now we're just gonna head and charge Kaylee's cars because we arrived with like 20%, and I'm gonna do some research on what I can do. I think it's the fuel pump, but I want to do a little bit more research. Well, I'm about to go out to my car and see if it starts. That's kind of determining our entire plan today, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Well, update again. Went into the hotel room to grab my stuff to put it in the car so that we could get going. Left it running under the awning here at the hotel, and it died. Came out, didn't hear it running, thought maybe it was just being quiet. It's kind of loud out here, kind of windy. But no, hopped in the car, it had stalled. So, trying to figure out what we're doing next, and it won't restart.